Hello and welcome back to the Football Terrace. We are again sponsored by our friends at the Hitch app. They're responsible for us being here in the beautiful Doha in Qatar for the World Cup. We're going to be predicting France versus Morocco later in the show, so get the app downloaded and use their World Cup predictor section for it. It's coming up soon. That's all I've got to say. Today. So smash the like and the share buttons, people, and get that done. Of course, I'm joined in the mornings here with KJ. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. The weather is beautiful, as always, over in this beautiful country. And I'm rocking, Terry, this Mbappe Give Me Sport shirt.
It is good.
It's very good.
Just said, well, if you want to buy this Mbappe shirt, the link is in our description, so go and check it out on the Give Me Sport website. But I am excited to see Mbappe today, and we'll get onto that a little later. I did want to get your thoughts and feelings on Argentina and Messi last night.
My Lord, we were in, obviously, the media centre, watching it in the auditorium. And on that big screen, watching him do what he's doing, I was just like, my Lord, what is this guy? What is he? He's not real. It was beautiful to see. His assist for the third goal, sorry. That's just classic Messi. Like, we don't see it as much anymore because obviously he's getting on. But I was like, I remember back to like 2010, 2011, 2010, all the times when he's prime, where he would do that. It was wonderful to see. And Terry, I called it. I said it yesterday. Julian Alvarez will make his claim. He'll make his claim. And he scored those two wonderful goals. The first one was hilarious, but the second one, right place, right time, pull it back in the net. Wonderful performance from Argentina.
It was, and they're doing everything that I knew they could if they brought in the Enzos, the McAllisters, the Julian Alvarezes. It's enabling Lionel Messi to come alive. It's enabling to maintain his ability at 35 years of age. And it's all about adaptation. Where you play on the pitch, your position within the squad is key. Messi can't do at 35 what he could do at 30 or what he did at 25 or what he could do at 20. He's adapting. And I said last night, he's convinced me. He's now my GOAT. I've changed my mind because...
People, no. You don't understand. This is monumental. This should go down as a national holiday. Terry Flewers changing from Ronaldo to Messi. That's massive.
But it's all about consistency in my thoughts on football. So how many times have you seen me on our tiering shows where I speak about longevity and players that are able to adapt their positions and how they play as they get older? Giggs and Scholes, I prop them up as the two best footballers to play in the Premier League because of the way they adapted as they got older and still dominated. Yeah. So they didn't listen, Dwight York's one of the best strikers Man United have had. He kind of become a midfielder when he was older. Yeah. Sunderland, he was playing in midfield a lot. He's a very good footballer, but he wasn't doing what Paul Scholes and what even more so Ryan Giggs were doing, where they became midfielders or deep-lying playmakers and were still dominating midfields at 38, 39 and 40 that were winning league titles. Seeing Messi do this at the World Cup is phenomenal. And the manager of Argentina deserves huge credit because he has now built a team that gets the best out of him at 35. And it's phenomenal to see. It's historic to see. And I just want to get everybody's thoughts and feelings on that below.
Shout out to Modric as well, man. He did that.
Modric was balling last night.
Yeah, he didn't deserve to go out like that, but yeah.
If they had a striker, Mandzukic has gone. If they had a striker of his quality or above, they had some killers up front. It would have been a different game, but it was just one step too far. Remember, they were in the semi-finals, having won only one game. I mean, they were the semi-finalists of the 2022 World Cup here in Doha, and they won one game in the whole tournament. Like, it's actually a mad stat. That would be one of those pub quizzes in 30 years.
How many games did they win?
How many games did they win in 2002? And people will get it wrong, saying they got to the semi-finals. But, yeah, it was a very good performance from them. Other good performance yesterday that I wanted to bring up was of our manager. Our manager, as Man United fans, of Ten Hag, he has come out. I'm not saying he slammed Jadon Sancho, but in the last 2 days, Erik, Ten Hag, 1 Hag, 2 Hag, 3 Hag, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Hags has been dropping truth bombs like you've never seen. First of all, saying it's not personal why Rafa Varane plays over Maguire. Varane is just better, which is an obvious thing to say, but he said it. Yeah. And now has told us that Jadon Sancho is not training with the first team squad because he doesn't have the physical ability to play his style of football. What's your take on this?
My take is different to yours. You'll get to your take in a moment, but I think there is something mentally up with Jadon Sancho. I don't know what it is, but Ten Hag didn't only just mention physicality; he mentioned mentally as well. And I think this is Ten Hag's way of trying to get him back to what he can do. And I don't know what's happened to Sancho. Maybe personal life, maybe family, something. But up here is not okay, and it's also now affecting his physical ability to perform. And Ten Hag is not a manager where he's mollycoddling and being, oh, it's okay, you can still start. He's like, no, this is what you're going to have to do to get back into the team. And I think Sancho needs that. Sancho needs that wake-up call. He needs that coach who, like you say about Love, loves him enough to tell him the hard truths and tell him that this is not good enough. So I don't know what's up with Sancho, but I'm liking how Ten Hag's handling the situation.
Yeah, listen, I personally think with Sancho, there could be something up with him mentally, but I think it's because he hasn't been performing on his football for pretty much 2 years. He had a good start to this season and then faded hard after the first international break. And that was disappointing to see. But for me, this is testament to why people on YouTube, people on social media, stop listening to Baller FC, stop listening to Tacticos, stop listening to the people that only care about the footballing ability of a footballer and that downplay the need for hard work, passion, desire, which in turn leads to great levels of fitness. Because Jadon Sancho is struggling to play Ten Hag style of football because he's not physically fit enough to do it. And I believe that's a knock-on effect as to why Sancho's struggling. And I think maybe even mentally, in the sense of, do you know what? Like, I'm feeling down, I'm in the dumps because I'm not performing and I'm not playing. But it's because you've got to go out and get fit. I don't think people realise a lot of people that suffer with mental health issues, a lot of the time it is related to your physical fitness, how you eat, how much you drink, how much sleep you get. Like, I'm not a doctor and would never claim to be, but I've had my mental health issues. When I go to bed earlier, when I eat good and I exercise, 9 times out of 10, those stresses and worries that I've had have dissipated. And a lot of people have echoed those stories online. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the issue. But who I'm calling out in this is Baller FC, Tacticos Online, because you've been eye test merchants. You're being obliterated by football people left, right, and centre, and it ain't being discussed. It's not being discussed. Your physical ability is key. Your fitness levels are key. It doesn't matter how good your drag back is, how good your quiff turn is, how good your touch is, how good your pass is. If you ain't fit enough, if you're a professional athlete and you look like a melting marshmallow when you got your shirt off, there's a problem. There's a problem.
Yeah.
There isn't a Premier League football player. I'm not saying they should be built like Adiak and Fenwa. Big up yourself, my friend. They shouldn't all be built like... But you should have a flat stomach. You should have, to a degree, some type of abs. I'm not saying you've got to look like the Liver King, but you've got to have abs. There should be some definition on your body. There shouldn't be a dad bod. Football players shouldn't have dad bods or be skinny fat. They shouldn't be. That is a sign that physically you're not at the level of fitness that you should be. It just is for me. And Jadon Sancho is one of those players. We've had Luke Shaw in the Man United team that when you look at them, they just don't look physically fit to the... And I'm talking, look, much fitter than me.
Yeah.
In great condition. But there's a difference, and I think people don't understand this. In elite level sport, there's a difference between being fit and being match fit. You know, there's a difference between being able for a boxer to fight 12 rounds at world title rate or fighting a 12-round fight against Jake Paul. There's a fundamental difference in how fit you need to be. And I'm glad, though, and I'm proud of Sancho. This isn't a dig at him. He's working on it. He's doing the individual training. He's taking himself away from social media. He's fighting hard. That, for me, is a sign of someone that wants this. And that I'm proud of that as a Man United fan. But Ten Hag is right. And Baller FC have got to drop this ability nonsense. Football is not just about your ability. It's about multiple other factors, including physicality. And I think football fans have really got to learn that. They've really got to learn it.
Yeah, it's something that we like to label as British Brexit kind of mentality. But the Argentinians look how they play. They play with that same passion, desire, drive, hard work.
Look what Morocco are doing.
Morocco are doing the same thing.
You're right, bro.
Yeah.
It's people twist it into this kind of, just the British care about hard work and passion.
Yeah.
Do you know the only people that say this? And Baller FC are run online by fouled footballers. There are a lot of fouled footballers in this social media era who were dropped by academies or didn't make it. And I know what they were told by their coaches. You're not powerful enough or you're not fast enough, or you don't have the work rate or the fitness to succeed. And those things are, in some respects, harder. You can't really make yourself that much faster, but you can work on power. You can work a little bit on speed, but you can definitely work on your passion and hard work and your fitness levels. But that's the hardest part. You can have all the skills in the world, but if you're not breaking down barriers every day to get fitter, you're getting dropped at these academies. And these fouled ballers have then gone into the social media front, the punditry areas, the writing areas, and they're still hating because they didn't make it. And they're corrupting the youth on socials in relation to football opinion because all they care about. And just why Liège is one of the best guys out there in this space, because he loves the element of balling, but you won't see him shy away from the physical element and the need for that hunger, that power, that desire, that, to quote you, that P&P that you need to be added into your side. Football is about balance, and just being good technically doesn't give you balance, and I'm glad Ten Hag's called it out. Viewers, make sure like buttons are being smashed and you're subscribing. Arsenal, I want to speak very briefly, won again yesterday.
Of course you want to speak very briefly
We
about
have
Arsenal.
to speak about Arsenal because they're playing pre-season. They're looking good again. They beat AC Milan yesterday. I'm looking for. Are you looking forward to seeing how good Arsenal are going to be when the Premier League returns? Do you feel like it's almost, they were really good, but will the break help them? Will it hinder them? Are you kind of excited to see what that title race is going to look like?
Hell no, bro. Like, what? What kind of foolish question is that? I don't flipping care. But no, I know you care because two reasons why you care, but we won't talk about that today.
What are them reasons? You said them now. You started, so you better finish.
Well, one of them is from America, and the other one is the truth. The truth that deep down, that Terry Flewis is an Arsenal fan.
No, do you know what it is, bro? I'm not. I've obviously, for me, I'm honestly looking at this. I've never actually said this on camera, but I will. I'm looking at this as the founder, the managing director of the Football Terrace.
Oh,
and this is official. I want there to be a title race. I want there to be the conversation because without it, it's boring. And I'm intrigued to see how they want to get back because I'm passionate about what I do as a job, and I'm excited by the fan reaction to it.
Yeah.
People don't often understand, like, it's why when we do transfer stories, we title them in the way they're being perceived on social media and in the media. This is getting closer, or this is going to happen. But the content, and that's because that's what's being searched and being looked for. The content is about, this is what's being said, blah, 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 blah. But the real crux of the videos are always, what do you think? How do you feel? What do you reckon? Because I care about fan opinion. And that's why I'm intrigued to see Arsenal when they come back, because I still think they're massively in the title race. I still think they're going to win it. And I watched their pre-season game yesterday. Jess and I watched it, and it's not pre-season like that. I don't know what you call it. Like they're mid-season friendly. Mid-season friendly.
Yeah.
But they're just looking as good, bruv.
You know,
they're looking just as good as the summer.
Yeah, look at his eyes. The twinkle in his eyes is mad. But nah, I am intrigued. No, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by what Arsenal do now that Jesus is injured.
Yes.
Now that they look like they can go win the title. What do they do in the transfer market? You've got rumours of João Felix, Mudryk, some midfielders in there as well. I'm like, if Arsenal actually go out and do their business, then I will be like, right, okay, like these men are serious. So yeah, I am intrigued by Arsenal. The way that they're playing, already know that they're going to be up there as one of the best teams in the league this season. Like, they already are there. They're not going to drop off. They're not going to drop off. Like, people need to get over it. And yeah, so I want to see, will they actually kick on to challenge Man City? Because if they win this league against a Man City team who just bought Haaland, that has to go down as one of the biggest achievements a team has done in the modern era.
It will do, and yeah, I'm very intrigued. We're only like just over in a week. We're going to be watching Carabao Cup football.
Yep.
In just over a week, the Premier League returns. And look, I'm loving the World Cup. I'm loving being here. It's snowing in England.
Just a week, we want to be back. We want to be back.
Listen, you got to get back. You got to get back because your woman is missing you. I've got to get back because my babies are missing me. But I don't want to get back to the cold. But my kids and the football, like, I am really looking forward to getting back for that. And yeah Arsenal. Whether people want to believe it or not, sorry, that pinched my skin. I thought it was an animal.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was saying. It's mad, actually. I haven't seen anything out here. It's a hot country.
Yeah.
I've not seen any kind of animal that can hurt you. I haven't seen any bees, any wasps, any snakes, any spiders.
We saw camels, fam. Like,
but they're not going to hurt you.
Nah. Camels are devious. Oh, yeah, I can see it in the eyes.
We did. What I mean is, I've actually been surprised. I've been in a hot country,
The
And I
no
haven't seen
mosquitoes.
I ain't seen a spider.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Like I assumed this is like a really nice garden here. I
Yeah.
assumed there'd be some big cars.
Yeah.
Like I've been to lots of hot countries, and like you
The
see
cre-
big
yeah,
spiders.
the creatures are mad.
This.
But a lot of cats though. A lot of cats.
Maybe that's why there's no bugs.
Yeah, the cats eat them all.
Cats are out here eating them all. Flies have turned up now.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Also, by the way, baby, I do miss you. I'm not trying to hide from you. I'm coming back.
tell her how much you miss her.
So, no, I'm gonna start crying on
No,
screen.
tell her how much you miss her, as I will do it for you.
Okay, listen. She watches as well, which is
I know
good.
she does.
Okay, babe, I miss you so much. I cannot wait to get back to you. The sun is never fully shining when you're not around me. I'll make sure that I bring something nice home, and yeah, Christmas time is coming. I got you a nice gift as well. So, yeah, see you soon, babes.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. I like that. Kids, be good. That's my message. Be good. She's Freya's nativity play today. I'm gutted I'm missing that. I'm not going to lie. Like, coming over, I had to take this opportunity to be here. And you kind of know, especially getting the media access, what the snowball effect from that for the Terrace is massive. I couldn't turn the opportunity down because I do this to provide for my children. But I am gutted to miss Lady Freya's nativity play today. But of course, it'll be videoed. I'll see it when I get back and I'll make the time up. It's just, that's the only element of this being the World Cup being at Christmas, which is hard. It's like, morally, I shouldn't be here on the daddy level, but there's the other side. I've got to earn my P's, I've got to earn my money, I've got to do my thing. But yeah, I'll see you soon, babies. You and Jackie, and of course, Archie boy. But moving on to tonight. Moving on to tonight. Obviously, you're donning the French Mbappe shirt. There is, of course, this big narrative that Messi Mbappe final. And it's almost, if they make the final, France, it's almost a case of they're fighting out for top goal scorer, Mbappe and Messi.
Yep.
They're fighting out for player of the tournament.
Yep.
They're fighting out probably for the Ballon d'Or. Probably for the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
And they're fighting out to win the World Cup. This almost becomes I don't know, 5 things, is it? Was it quintet? Is it it's a 5-way threat match. I don't know what the word for it is. I don't watch wrestling, right? I know triple threat. It's 3 things.
Yeah.
But there's 5 big prizes up for grabs, and I'm so intrigued tonight to see how the French handle Morocco. We know the Moroccans want to beat them with there is a passion. And I've never met so many Moroccans in my life, and every single one of them said the same thing. We're gutted the English got beat by the French, but now we want to smash them. They want this massively. So we are, of course, going to use the hit chat, which I'm going to get out of my pocket now and put up on the screen.
What else is in your pocket, Terry? Is there a Neymar? Is there a Ronaldo? Is there?
Yeah. Where's Neymar? Where's Ronaldo?
Where's Kane? Where's Kane?
Yeah. Airport. That way. I love how people do that locally. It's been so fun watching people do that. So let's go into this. France versus Morocco. We'll do this collectively. So, qualifying team and method of qualification.
France.
France in penalties, extra time, or regular time?
Nah, they are doing this in 90. They ain't gonna mess around.
Doing it in 90. What will the match result be at half time? I'm going for a draw at half time.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for a draw at half time.
No, Terry. I'm going for Morocco leading.
Morocco. Okay, let's put that one in then. I like that. Morocco leading at half time. Result at regular time, we're going to put France win. We've already said that. When will the first goal be scored?
They'll do it.
See, I think early.
Yeah, but I said they'll do it early.
I think it might be if they're going to score, it'll be an early goal against the run of play or like a counter. How will the first goal be scored? I mean, I'm going to say counter, so I'm going to say open play. I'm going to say open play. That's a great one. Total goals from both teams combined.
You know what? Yeah. 4.
4 goals. That's locked in. Total corners. I'm going to say 10 to 12. 10 to 12 corners in this game. I don't see Morocco getting very many. Total yellow cards. There's going to be a lot. These nations do not like each other.
No, they do not.
I'm going to go for 6+ yellow cards in this game.
Yeah.
Reds.
So I called red last time. I got a red. I don't think they'll get a red this time.
Don't think a red this time. So we'll submit that. We're going to lock ours in. Make sure you're using the hit chat now. You get paid for using it. So get it downloaded, get it installed if you haven't done so already. So we're going to firm that up and submit it. That is now done. That is locked in.
Yeah, nice. Terry, I do have to say though, if anyhow Morocco win, not only is the whole of the African continent, going to be buzzing, not only is the Arab world gonna be buzzing, I will rock up to Mbappe's gaff like this.
Assalamu alaikum.
I'm doing it, Terry. I'm doing it.
You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it, my guy. Look, I look at it this way. I saw a video of somebody yesterday saying that they don't want Croatia or Morocco in the final.
Yeah.
And the rationale made sense. They want it to be two big footballing nations, a story, Mbappe, Messi, two teams that you can conceivably see winning it. What happened with Croatia versus Argentina yesterday is what I would be fearful of in the final between Morocco and Argentina. At some point, and I don't mean this disrespectfully to the Moroccans, at some point, one of these big teams is going to beat them, and one of these big teams is going to put a few goals past them. Portugal should have scored 3 goals. Spain dominated them for large parts. They should have beaten them, and they didn't. Argentina up front are a different kettle of fish. And at some point, I just don't see, and I know it sounds harsh, I'm sorry, and by the way, I want Morocco to do it. Morocco win, it will be the biggest post-World Cup party ever. Especially here in Doha.
Oh, yeah, the vibes.
I want those vibes.
The vibes are mad.
But I'm actually fearful of them being in the final because I think it could be one step too far. France could be one step too far, but the final, every round they go through, the probability of getting beaten convincingly in the next game, I think heightens. And I don't want a final like the semi-final last night between Croatia and Argentina. You want there to be jeopardy. You want there to be ebb and flow. You want there to be, okay, you're winning 2-0, but it's 2-1. Now what's going to happen? Like the Dutch gave to the Argies. That's how like England did to France. It was in the balance no matter who took the lead. I don't think the same could be said if Morocco go behind in these knockout games to teams with killers. And that's the difference. And they haven't played a team yet with killers on form.
And that's why I would love to see them go ahead, just to see what happens, because the knife edge is there then, you know what I mean? But either way, no matter what happens, they go out by a goal, they go out in the final, they go out now. No matter what happens, the Moroccan people can be so proud of these guys. And we're not going to sit here and say we want them gone because why they're here. I know we both want to say we are proud of what they've done. This is what football is about. And no matter what happens, just take pleasure in the fact that you got this far as the first African team to do that as well. Wonderful.
Yeah, of course. And do you know what it is? I'm gonna change what I just said a moment ago because I listened to myself back. They haven't beaten a team without killers yet because Portugal have killers. But the chances Portugal missed, I don't see the French followed by the Argies missing those same chances. And they will create them. And at some point, I think the luck will run out. And I don't want it to be the final because I want a spectacle. However, I want Morocco to do it from an underdog point of view. I would love an African nation to win it. I'd love an Arab nation within that to win it, especially as we're here in Qatar. I just worry we could get to the final. You know when like Man City played Watford in the FA Cup final? That is what I'm fearful of. And maybe some will take that disrespectful. That's what I'm fearful of. But viewers, look, we want to know what your score predictions are for tonight's game. Remember, you can buy that brilliant Mbappe t-shirt on the Gimme Sport website now, but download the Hitch app also. That's free of charge. Get it done now. Big thank you for them for sending us out here. We're back later today with some more transfer gossip for you, some big news in relation to some Premier League clubs. Until next time, take care, goodbye, God bless, and I'll see you all again soon. Thank you.